Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. I really feel like this is really high. Welcome back to my channel. It's Ruth here, and I know it's been a hot minute, but in today's videos, I really want to put some braids in. I'm gonna be doing some boho knotless braids using the same hair that I used in my previous video for the protective style. So it actually still needs to be dry, but I'm gonna use this loose deep wave curl pattern hair. That's gonna be very interesting for my knotless braids. I really want to make them like jumbo. I'm not trying to be doing this all weekend. That's not the plan. That is not the plan. I just want to get some braids in and quick. Without further ado, as you can see behind me, I have my three-way mirror that I just got off of Amazon. So excited to finally get on the three-way mirror hype because I'm sure it's about to make my life a whole lot easier. Let's get into the partings. Let's start by parting the front from the back. Man. So we're gonna start here right in front. Oh, it should be behind the ear, right behind the ear. We're gonna start this. I was like, why is that part looking funky? So this front section, I don't know how much of it I'm gonna get to today. It's Friday evening right now. And so my goal will be to finish the back tonight and then finish the front tomorrow. Tomorrow's Saturday morning. And then I have plans tomorrow night. Hopefully I will be able to finish in the morning. Right, this is my thing, innit? All right, so I'm like really actually able to see the back of my head. That's so crazy. So anyway, as I usually do, finger part first so that your comb doesn't have to do too much work, especially when you're like, wow, this is amazing. Okay, we have one down, couple more to go. So what I'm doing is just braiding this first row to put it away, and then I'll work on the rest. Whew, it's getting hot. Whew. All right, y'all. Catching my breath because the three-way mirror makes it easier so you have both hands at your disposal to be able to part, and you can have better angles, you can see blah, blah, blah. But then you're working a lot. I find myself working harder to perfect the parts because now it's like, what excuse do you have? Feels like I just worked out. But we have the back fully parted. We have first row, so it's 1 row, 2 row, 3 row, 4 row, 5 row, 6 row, 7 rows. Okay, and the 7th row is like 2 braids. You guys know I don't like to stress myself. I don't like to stress myself when it comes to my hair. So now that I've done the hardest part, hopefully that's the hardest part, I'm about to go eat and watch TV and chill out for a little bit, okay? And then I'll be back in maybe like an hour or 2 to sit down and just knock this thing out. Basically what I just did was cut off the weft from the bundle. So right here we have the hair bundle that I plan to use. I washed it last night and conditioned it. So it's actually still a bit dry, and I also missed a piece of weft there, but I also combed through the top after I cut the weft off to get any loose hair out. Not a lot of loose hair, which I'm actually pretty happy about. And we have our bundle for these boho braids. I'm getting more excited now. Good morning. All right, y'all. It is the next day. As you can see, I have made some progress. And this was an accident. This was supposed to be regular, just please something simple, medium, not medium, even large medium, knotless braids. I think I stuck to my word about the sizing, but child, why is this touching my butt? Why is this? Because I don't know if you can see. Can you see? Why is it touching my butt? That was not the intent, but I love it. Love how like light and airy it is. The braids for the most part get to here, and I just let the bundles do the rest of the talking. So technically it's not as long as it seems. It's just the extra length provided by the human hair. So real quick, let me show you how I did it. I showed you guys the parting in the back. Yeah, that was extremely helpful. It honestly helped things go by fast. So I finished the back in about 4 hours last night while watching Princess Diaries. And then this morning, it's about noon, I've done this bit. So 2 rows here, 2 rows here. And sorry, let's see, how many rows do we have left on each side? I have 1. Okay, I have 4 rows on each side left. You see the part, see the part. I'm going in with this guy, Shine and Jam. It's just gonna take about that much. And then I just apply it to the part to help things lay flatter and be smoother. So we have that. And then because I'm doing the brick method, I part underneath. I don't part from the top. So if I'm doing brick method, that means the middle of this is the first part. That's gonna be that front braid. The next part is gonna be the middle of this next braid. And I think there's gonna be 4 braids. So we have this braid here. I'm gonna try to grab the edges, but not too much on the edges, child, not too much on the edges. Actually, let me address a few things while I'm over here prepping the hair. I get a little bit more personal on YouTube than any of my other channels because you guys are not just seeing 15-second clips of me. Like, we're actually talking. But, guys, look. Don't worry, wedding hasn't happened just yet, but I'm experimenting with wedding bands. What do you guys think of this look? Because I really wanted to do something else, but I think I like the concept of just a plain gold band. Now this is a Cartier dupe, okay? Got it off of Amazon for like $15. And so it's a Cartier dupe. I really like the thick gold aesthetic because my engagement ring is a gold band, and I think it actually brings out the bling of the engagement ring without doing too much, but it looks nice, you know? Like what I want is something unique, but something gentle yet statementy. I feel like that's my style. Classic, clean, but just a little bit of something. And I think that's what this gives. So anyway, quickly showing you how I do my braids. So I start off parting the section into 3. Okay, so I have my 3 sections. I go to grab this side and I take a section of hair, I wrap it around and I grab it with my index finger. And then this bit here, I let fall over my index finger. And then I do the first braid, all right? And get back into that original position. Then I take another section of hair, I let it fall, bring this bit under my index finger, and this other one hangs above my index finger. Take it, do a braid. Then we do it one more time. Last time. Section of hair, bring it under my index finger, let this other bit fall over my index finger, and then I do the final stitch, and I can continue braiding here, and then it doesn't stop there. After this, I add in the human hair at different lengths for each braid. I add one within the length and then I add one towards the bottom, as you can see. So I think for this first like edge braid, I'm gonna add it closer to the top. So I have my human hair right here. I'm just gonna put it over like this, bring it in, and then just start braiding, right? And as I'm braiding, now I'm gonna take out that human hair. I like to braid it like just a few times so that it's really embedded in there and it's not like really sticking out. You see this piece here is gonna be sticking out, so we're gonna do our best to conceal it within the braid. If it ends up sticking out, honestly, I just chop it off with scissors. The braiding hair I got is not long at all because my intention was not for this to be very long. So I do have to do a bit of feeding in as I'm braiding, and I think we've gotten to a point where I need to feed in. So feeding in with the actual braiding hair, same way I did with the human hair, except I just keep braiding. So I do one, what do we do here? 2, 3. I add 3 strands, and then you'll see we now have a longer braid. And then the final bit is a lot of steps just for one braid. The final bit is going to be me adding that human hair to elongate the length and give it more length and like lightness. Ooh, I love these braids. Wow. When I started, I was like, what am I doing? This doesn't make sense. Or one thing I did differently in the back versus the front is I only added human hair to the ends, and I'll tell you why. Boho braids, they tangle, okay? Where's the most common place that hair tangles? In the back, in the nape of the hair. What is the point of adding human hair to the back? Nobody's really seeing it anyway, right? The beauty really is in the hair that frames your face, isn't it? I didn't add human hair throughout the length of the hair in the back because I didn't see the point in that. Final step, I'm taking the human hair that's gonna add some length to this braid, see? Same way I added it before, just go over, start to braid. It does give a bit of a bulge, I'm not gonna lie. It gives a bulge that I don't like. Oh, this one's actually quite smooth. Sometimes it's not as smooth. And then what I do is while I'm braiding, I clip it away. I know guys, it looks a mess right now, but I'm just gonna continue braiding for a little bit just to hook it in. The ends aren't perfect, but the human hair covers it up. It distracts from it, so this is what the end of this hair feels like. The human hair, this is what it looks like. And I know that's not ideal because of this part sticking out, but what I plan to do is dip this in hot water. It'll relax the braid a bit more and it'll flow better. It'll flow better. But again, as I said, once you put everything together, you don't really notice it that much. So anyway, that is one braid. All right, y'all, we're finally reaching the end of these braids. Guys, it took me 3 days, but nothing too stressful. The Friday night, I told you guys 4 hours. Saturday took me about 6 hours. And then this is Sunday where I'm doing some final touches, dipping the ends in hot water, adding some mousse to define the curls and also set the hair a bit more. I did try to play around with styling the hair, initially, but I wasn't feeling it. But I will say the hair did become more versatile the more it got worn in. So wearing high ponytails, low ponytails, half up, half down, claw clip. It was cute, it was giving, and I really enjoyed these braids. I'm currently uploading this video at 4 weeks of having these braids in, and I will say even though it's getting old at the roots, the boho-ness of it still has a little bit more pizzazz. So I honestly could rock the hair a bit longer, but I'm probably gonna call it quits at about 5 weeks just to make sure that I'm able to provide some TLC to my actual hair. But guys, I hope you enjoyed watching this video. Hope you enjoyed the tutorial. If you do try this out, let me know. And remember to reuse and repurpose your old weaves, okay? Don't spend all that money, just throw it away. Keep it and reuse it for some boho braids. But anyway, I'll see you guys in my next video. Hope you enjoyed this one. Talk to you soon. Bye.